The Bishop aesthetic, our slogan is keeping the art world in check. We want to shake it up a bit. My name is Stevenson Dunn, and I'm one of the founders and owners of the Bishop Gallery, along with my business partner, Erwin John. I grew up in a creative household. My mother is an artist. That was like my first hands-on. My mom was always like helping us with projects and stuff. That's where we learned about paintbrushes and watercolors and stuff, just doing hands-on stuff with my mom. And my father was into music. He's actually, sounds kind of crazy, he's actually a rapper. He was signed to Tommy Boy Records. He was part of the Choice MCs. Brooklyn born, Brooklyn bred, and when I die, I'll be Brooklyn dead. Right here, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Lived here in this community pretty much my entire life. I did a little stint in DC where we opened our first gallery. This is where the Fulton Street Art Fair is. You have people like Lena Horne, Jacob Lawrence, who all lived here in Bed-Stuy. This is Brooklyn, like even bigger than Bed-Stuy, right? It's Brooklyn. Like this is Biggie, Jay-Z, Basquiat, they've all been here. I think the arts culture here is so pervasive. It's so existing throughout everything we do. I mean, yeah, and I grew up in that. Like, that's what I know. So I don't really know this. It's almost like it's this make-believe Brooklyn that I read about that all this art just got here. And I'm like, no, the biggest difference is you just got here. Bridging the Gap is a series that basically explores some of the, no pun intended, the gaps, the divides, the disparities that exist in the art community. And these disparities are very reminiscent of a direct reflection of what's going on in our society as a whole, but they manifest themselves in different ways in different places like the arts industry. And so one of those divides, at least historically, has been race. And we did it in the backdrop of pioneering artists who have been at it for decades and have like a reputation all of their own, and the younger, more developing artists who themselves have a reputation but is a growing, and their story is still being written. We would be being dishonest and disingenuous if we don't say that in the Black community or communities of color, there's some disparity in terms of access to a lot of things, art being one of them, right? Or in the arts in kind of a more general sense. So to any place, including the Black community, but any place that doesn't have what we consider access or equal access to art and the arts, we want to bring it there. So that doesn't, that's Brooklyn, that could be Brixton, it could be Botswana. The whole point is that art belongs to everybody, and we want to be a business that kind of demonstrates that in the way we do business, and not just kind of insane. It's easy to say, it's hard to do and make it accessible and show, put your money where your mouth is, so to speak. It's an excitement to be able to bring all those together in one room and tell the story, and you have now you have to ask about it, so now we got to tell you about it, and that's the whole point. Is we tell people, you sell the story, people buy the art.